Hi, Paola Jo from SederQuilts with a FreeMotion Friday. This is what I have on the quilt today on the machine. It's a darling quilt from Cookie, and it's kind of a Paris theme. And so I've created several computerized stitch patterns myself because I wanted to have some background flowers of the colorful nature here, and kind of open and big, but some big and some little and some big and some little, and I couldn't find quite what I wanted, so I made my own. And then I also stitched out some Eiffel Towers that I'll be putting on with black thread, and then I'll be doing some graffiti as well. So anyway, I'm pretty excited. See you back. I love my Handy Quilter long arm quilting machine. It has a Pro Stitcher, which is the computerized component, added onto it, and along with the Pro Stitcher, it has Art and Stitch. Art and Stitch is a digitizing software that is amazing. It can be used with almost any computerized system for long arm quilting, and actually for most embroidery systems too. But it's a wonderful tool. It uses vector drawing, and it's just really cool. But anyway, I can start from scratch and just draw something, or I can import a photo and then basically trace it. So whatever you want on your quilt, if we can't find something that's already out there and programmed and digitized, we can make it. So I just want to show you a little bit here. I started out with a basic idea and pattern. I wanted some big flowers and some little flowers and a basic pathway that would connect to the next one again. But yeah, I draw it out, and then there's all sorts of tools, little buttons to use to reshape and modify and edit and repeat and duplicate. It's just really cool. And anyway, then you end up with these cute little flowers that just exactly what I wanted, and then I apply stitches and transfer it back over to the Pro Stitcher on the Handy Quilter, and it is ready to go. It's just the coolest thing. So if you have an idea for your quilt, you just let me know. Send me a little sketch or a photo of something, and we can make it work. It is just so cool. Okay, I have everything ready to go. I've got my pattern set and my needle up, and we're gonna go. Let's see how it runs out here, how it stitches out. We're stitching out some little flowers next to bigger flowers. This was my first attempt at designing and editing and drawing on the computer. So I'm down to the last little bit of the stitching on this first layer of Cookie's quilt. I have some large flowers and I have some little flowers, and I'm down to this last corner here, so I slowed the machine down and paused it and took it off of the computerized quilting, and now I'm in free motion. So I'm going to add a little bit down here in the bottom, just like a little postcard or a love note. I'm going to write a little something in the corner here, and then I will change the thread to black, both top and bobbin, and go back in and stitch on some Eiffel Towers. This is from the back side of the quilt, and again I use the matching bobbin thread to the top so that this will be cute from the back side as well, because we like cute back sides. At this point, the entire quilt is quilted. It's stabilized. Those flowers are everywhere. So now we can go back and start adding the extra details. I searched the web for images of the Eiffel Tower. I needed inspiration and I needed to see some details so that I knew what were the important parts. The little point on the top, how many tiers were there really, and how big were the openings, things like that, and how much artistic licensure can I take and make it my own and yet still have it very recognizable. And so after looking at quite a few pictures, I found the ones that I liked the best, and I used them to help me create a basic outline of the Eiffel Tower. And I made that in Art and Stitch, and again I applied stitches to it, and then I saved it onto the Handy Quilter Pro Stitcher. And then at that point, I'm able to modify it and stitch it out in assorted sizes and angles and things. And I can repeat a pattern of the Eiffel Tower, but very sketchy, basic outline form. And then I could add as many artistic details as I wanted. Little X's and straight lines with my ruler, or hearts and arches, and I could make it my own. And part of what I did with that is I used my Sketch app. Oh, I love Sketch. It is so helpful. You can take a picture and you can draw on it. And then you can erase the drawing and you can do it in parts and pieces and change the colors, and it's just so handy. And so sometimes I will use that to figure out my actual stitching patterns, and sometimes I look at the entire quilt and I figure out where do I want to place all the little parts and pieces. And yeah, I love Sketch. It's very, very helpful for me to plan out and then move the details. And then I keep looking at that as I'm actually stitching the things out. And so you can see here I have the Eiffel Towers in there at different angles and different sizes, and I throw in a heart or some different words and things. But yeah, it really works out nicely. I love being able to add all the little details to make it unique. You can see I added lots of little graffiti things, ooh la la and oui oui and Paris. Actually, did you see this? I put Paris, not Paris. Well, I put Paris in there too, but I like this little play on the word of Paris up. So anyway, with that I was able to trim the batting and get it all ready for Cookie to add her binding, and it's ready to go. So I certainly hope you found this Free Motion Friday episode very helpful. We're combining computerized stitching and free motion in a blended combo. And yeah, I hope you found this tutorial very helpful. Please come back and see me again. And yeah, toodaloo.